Hi everybody, I'm Pia from Stitches and Scraps. Today I'm going to show you how to work this square tiles pattern, which is section 4 of the Mosaic Sampler Blanket Mystery Knit Along. We're using Lion Brand Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling Yarn, which Lion Brand was kind enough to give me for free for this knit along. In our last section, we used colors C and D, and my color C was this green color, and my color D was mustard. Now for the next section, we're going to stop with the green, so stop with color C, and we're going to replace it with color E. For color E, I'm using this color, which is called Steel Blue. Just like with all our previous sections, we're starting with 2 rows of just plain garter stitch in the color that's continuing forward from the previous section. So in this case, we've switched out our color C with color E, so the color that's continuing is color D, the lighter color. And you can see that here, these 2 rows, rows 1 and 2, are just knit with color D. So I've gone ahead and done that already since it was just knit, and that's these 2 rows here. So now we can go ahead and jump forward to row 3. Now, just like before, we have 2 edge stitches on each edge that alternate between the 2 colors, okay? In this case, we have a 3rd stitch that's doing the same thing, but that's actually within the repeat. It just happens to follow along the pattern of alternating between colors, and then we've got one on the other edge just to make it match. So this stitch right here is actually part of the repeat. The color of the edge stitches tells you the color of the row. So on every row, we're only working with 1 color. On row 3, we're going to be working only with color E. And you can see all the stitches along row 3 are either knit with color E or slip a stitch that happens to be color D. Okay, so we're either going to knit with color E or we're going to slip. So let's start by joining color E and knitting the first 3 stitches. 1, and I'm just going to tuck the tails tuck the tail up out of the way to get it locked in so that it won't bother us, and we knit these 3 stitches. Okay, so now we've joined our color E. The next thing we're going to do is slip 1, okay, and then knit 3. Slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3. Okay, so slip 1, that's that one, knit 3, okay, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, and remember when we slip on the right side row, we've got our yarn in the back, so we don't need to move our yarn forward for slipping on the right side row, and then knit 3, and then slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, because the repeat ends here, so we start again over here. So slip 1, knit 1, slip 1. So our repeat is actually basically knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1 on this row, right? Because then we get here, it's knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1. So I'm going to keep doing that until I get down to the last 3 stitches of my row, and I should be ending with a slip stitch. So I've knit 3, so slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3, and then slip 1, and that brings me right down here to the last 3 stitches, and I've got 3 left, so I'm going to go ahead and knit those 3. And there we go. I've pulled that a little bit loose there, but that'll even up when I block. Okay, so that is row 3. Now row 4 is a wrong side row. We're going to go ahead and turn our work. And you can follow along with the chart. You can knit 3 and then slip 1 and then knit 3 and then slip 1, right? And knit 1, slip 1. but you'll notice that it's the exact same pattern as row 3. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to knit all the stitches that we knit before, and we're going to slip all the stitches that we slipped before. So we're going to knit all the blue stitches and slip all the yellow stitches. So you don't even have to follow the pattern, let's just do that. So knit 3. Now when we slip, look at the pattern here. It says on the wrong side, slip with the yarn in front. So I'm on the wrong side. I need to bring my yarn to the front to slip this stitch. And that puts these floats right here, this float and this float, stay on the wrong side of the work. So when we were on this side, we knit with the yarn in back, and that was this float here. Now we're on the wrong side, so we slip with the yarn in front, and that puts the float in front, so on the wrong side. Okay, so now we're going to bring it back to the back again, and we're going to go ahead and knit the next 3. Then we have our bring it to the front, slip 1, bring it to the back, knit 1, bring it to the front, slip 1, bring it to the back, and then knit these 3. Slip with yarn in front, knit, slip with yarn in front, knit 3. Slip with yarn in front, knit, slip with yarn in front, knit 3. Slip, and knit the last 3. So you can see we didn't even need the chart, right? We just knit all the stitches that were blue and we slipped all the stitches that were yellow. So now flip over and we're ready to start row 5. Okay, row 5 is a color D row. So we're going to bring color D up, and always when we're changing colors, we bring it in front of the previous color. So that makes them twist, and since they always twist in the same direction, you get this neat little ropey kind of braid on the side. So we're going to bring up color D, and we're going to knit 4. Okay, now let's look at what our pattern is here. It is slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, and then knit 3. Slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, and then knit 1, 2, 3. So it's sort of similar to this pattern, right? It just starts in a different place. So we're going to slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3, all the way across. So slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, that's that right there, and then knit 3. And that is that section right there. Now we slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, okay? And that's that. And now we knit 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3. Slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, and then we knit 1, and that brings us to the end of this repeat, right? Because we have 3 stitches left, and now we are right here where we have to knit those 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. And obviously you will probably be doing more repeats than me if you're making a blanket. I'm just doing 2 repeats for this little swatch. Now for the wrong side row, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to knit the knit stitches and slip the slip stitches. This time the knit stitches are yellow because that's the color I'm using, and the slipped stitches are blue from the previous row. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and do row 7. Row 7 is a darker colored row, so let's start with that, with the 3 knit stitches in our darker color. Again, I'm bringing the yarn up in front of the previous color. Now let's look at the pattern for this one. slip 1, knit 9, slip 1, okay, knit 1, slip 1. So looking at it a different way, the pattern is knit 9, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1. Okay, so let's just get to that knit 9. We have to first slip this one, and now we're going to knit 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now slip 1, knit 1, slip 1. So slip 1, knit 1, slip 1. And then knit 9 again. Now we've come to here. I've got 4 stitches left, so slip 1 and then knit the last 3. So slip 1, knit the last 3. Okay, I'm going to do the wrong side row with knitting the knits and slipping the slips, and then we'll come back and do row 9. You can see that the part we've done so far is these little boxes down here, right, with the line that goes across them. And here you can see those little boxes, so you can see the pattern starting to take shape. Now row 9 is a lighter color row, so let's start on that one. We're going to do 6 of the color D stitches to get us started. Now let's look at the rest of this pattern here, okay? We have slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, and then knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, and then knit 7. Now, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, and then we're going to end with a knit 6 because I'm only doing the 2 repeats. So slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, okay, and then I end with my 6 knits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to do the wrong side and then we'll come back and do 11. Now on row 11, after our starting 3 and before our ending 3, it just alternates slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, whoop, knit, slip, knit, right? So we're just going to be alternating between slips and knits after we do the 3 knit stitches and then until we get to the last 3 knit stitches. So pick up your darker colored yarn underneath and in front of the other yarn and knit 3. Now it just goes slip, knit, slip, knit all the way across till we get to the end of the row. Slip, and now I've come to my last 3 stitches of the row, and for the last 3 stitches I need to knit them. So knit all 3 of these. All right, I'll do the wrong side and we'll come back and look at row 13. Okay, now we're on row 13, but I want to show you something about the symmetry of this pattern. Row 11 and 12, right in the middle here, is the center of our motif. Everything after that is the same as what's below it. So it like flips across that line, right? So row 13 and 14 are the same as rows 9 and 10. Rows 15 and 16 are the same as rows 7 and 8. 17 and 18 are the same as 5 and 6. And then 19 and 20 are the same as 3 and 4. Now we even have on this pattern, unlike the others, we have another row of just plain garter stitch. So 21 and 22 are actually exactly the same as 1 and 2 as well. In fact, I could have written this chart without rows 21 and 22 and just had you repeat all the way from row 1 to 19, or actually to row 20. But I didn't do that because, first of all, I wanted it to match the other charts in the knit along, and also because I want a visual cue that you're ending after a wrong side row in the lighter color. So that being said, let's start working our way back down this chart or up this way, either way, whatever fits in your mind better. So looking at row 13, our pattern is the same as it was with 9. We're going to knit 6, and then it's slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, and then knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So let's knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we slip 1, knit 3, slip 1. So slip 1, knit 3, and slip 1. Okay? And then we knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So knit 7. And we repeat until we come to our last repeat here, where we're going to slip 1, knit 3, slip 1. So slip 1, knit 3, slip 1. And then we're ending it with a knit 6. And I will knit the wrong side row, and we'll come back and do row 15. Row 15 is a dark colored row, and it's the same as row 7. So we're going to knit 3 to get started. And now this is the pattern of slip 1, knit 9, and then slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, right? So slip 1, knit 9, and then slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, okay? And then we knit another 9. And now I'm at the last repeat, so I slip 1 and then knit the last 3. So slip 1, knit the last 3. And I will do the wrong side row, and we'll come back and do row 17. Row 17 starts with 4 knits. So 1, now we've got slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, and then knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, and then knit 1, 2, 3. And again, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3. So slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, and then since I'm at the end of my repeats, I will knit 4. So slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, and then knit 4. I will do row 18, and then we'll come back and look at row 19. Rows 19 and 20 are the final row of the actual design itself. So we pick up our darker color, and always in front, remember, and we knit 3 to start. Now we're going to slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1. So I'm right here, so slip 1 first, okay? Now it's knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3, and then slip 1, sorry, here, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, and now I'm down to my last 3 stitches, and my last 3 stitches are knit 3. 1, 2, 3. So that finishes the design itself once I knit the wrong side row, and I will do that, and then I'm also going to go ahead and knit this last row off camera, because this is just, this pair of rows here is just 2 rows of knit every stitch in the lighter color. So I'm going to finish row 20 and then row 21 and 22 and come back and take a look. So there's one repeat. Now this pattern repeats from row 3 all the way up through row 22. So you're going to have these motifs, and then in between you'll have a strip of just garter to separate them so they're not smushed together. This pair of rows right here, this was just the border between the previous section and this section. But you can repeat this and end anywhere you want after a wrong side row in the lighter color. So you could end at row 18, or you could end at row 10 if you wanted to, okay, as whatever you need for the height of your section. You always, in this entire blanket pattern that we're doing, we always want to end after a wrong side row in the color that we're going to be changing, the color that we're done with. So we are done now with color D. You can go ahead and cut that. And in our next section, we'll replace it with color F. Now, if you do want to center your repeats vertically across your section, I did the math for all of that in section 3. So take a look at that and you'll see how to do that. The short version of it is you're still going to work rows 1 and 2, right? Because that's not part of the repeat. That is the border that starts the section. So you're still going to work that. Then for the repeat, you can start this repeat anywhere that is a dark colored row. So you could start with 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, any of those darker colored rows. And then you end with any of the lighter colored rows, so 22, 18, 14, 10, or 6. So you can shift this up and down any way you need to make it more centered across your repeat. Take a look at section 3 if you want to see the math on that. And that is the square tiles pattern for section 4 of the Mosaic Sampler Blanket Mystery Knit Along. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, or leave me a comment. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great videos. Thanks for watching.